don't think that you should have, women should not be having kids. The later the better. Why? Because they're not going to compete with their daughters or their sons. They'll have a natural wisdom about them, about a lot of things. In fact, by the time they're 45 or 46, they have the most energy and stamina, and they're at their peak of knowledge and wisdom. And like I said, energy. Ask me, babe. I'm not a soccer mom, but I'm like, oh, this is soccer mom time. You have a lot of energy. Why? You have lived so much that now you know, and you've got it, baby. No? Well, I'm sorry that we can't relate, but that's the real way it is. Women are actually sexually peaking at this age. I have the firm belief, oh my God, we're getting way the fuck over here now, huh? That we're supposed to be, I mean, our kids are probably older. They're in college now. We have not something to do. We do have something to do, and that is to teach people how to have sex. Of course. I have a firm belief because men are sexually matured at what age? About 18 to 26. And then they start tapering off into all kinds of weird problems. But because that's very speculative right there. Like, why are you really having erectile dysfunction? Is it because everybody is so fucking attractive anymore out there? Yeah, especially their personalities. You just want to bang that all night and probably reproduce with it, right? No. Maybe with some alcohol. I hear doing alcohol really makes it easier for that. Oh God, what a terrible, fucking stupid subject matter. Why? Well, we got personal issues, I guess. What's this video about? I'm just trying to see. Pardon me. Terrible. Do I string this up? Maybe. I think that men should know. In July on the 18th. Precisely what I have just said. Nodes. Okay, this is about the nodes. I'm just checking to see what the fuck I just talked about so I can type it on here. I've made some 600 and some odd videos. Well, a lot more than that, to tell you the truth. A lot of it's going unlisted lately. But none of it I could care for at all. None of it. People that don't have a mind of their own and they don't have any real taste for this. I didn't just say I don't have taste for myself. I'm an artist, and there are times when you can't produce a single fucking thing, and this has been going on for me for a while now. It's just, hello Neptune opposing my fucking Venus. Neptune and Pisces. You want to talk about Pisces? And how it's like, you know what, you can't just take it on like that and keep mudding it up and call it art. After a while, you're going to have to go back to Virgo and say, is there something called skill? Yes. And we sweep that shit up and we clean it up and we look at it and say, is it something worth showing to God? For God's sakes. We could question Pisces over there, just mixing it up, man. That's just getting a little bit muddy over there. An alcoholic, by the way. Not that Virgo. See, Virgo is the opposite of Pisces, and the Virgo, that's the mutable. See, right now, babes, we're having this mutable. I'm pretty sure it's a Grand Cross with, if you count the asteroid. No, it's the moon coming up here. It's like happening now, Monday. I'm feeling it. I can't sit dormant. And just say, well, I just have to work tomorrow. I just have to, and I have me. No, no, no. Life is too fucking short for that, babe. And a lot of, see where Uranus is in Taurus, how it will affect the earth signs and the people uh, uh, that are ignoring now. The call. The call is Taurus. Okay, so the people that would be more apt to ignore the call, well, besides for every single body, that would be Leo, Taurus themselves. Scorpio, and Aquarius. These people have a constant kind of stress to change. Change is happening anyway. If you haven't noticed, it's a total flip upside down. Since about, well, 7 years ago, something has been. They call it the 7-year itch. They call it the 7-year itch. Well, that's associated with Uranus. Uranus usually takes around about 7 years to whip on through. And that's when change. Uranus is the planet of change. It's a lightning strike. It's more powerful than the sun. We want to talk about that opposition. There's Leo and then there's Aquarius. Aquarius Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, which Uranus is the planet of change. And we all love Aquarius coming up. It's like it's the dawning of the age of change, man. And they're like, what do you mean? Woo! I don't think that, see, now that I'm reflecting on it, like intuitively, like we never really experienced Pluto in Aquarius, and so us moons in Aquarius, and see, that's a hard aspect to have. Pluto conjuncting your planet, especially the moon. But for Aquarius moon, now I just dare to say, you know what, we don't mind all the change. We like all of the kind of, all of a sudden it flips upside down and backward. It's like, well, didn't you know the truth? The truth was that because you see, Uranus, Aquarius, rules science. It rules real science. How? Why? Well, Uranus is, like I said, I just heard something strange. Anyway, Uranus is is the planet of, it's 1:01 a.m. It rules lightning. It rules the very, like what Tesla would say, it's the very element that holds all of the existence together. It's okay, so it's this electromagnetic, it's electricity. It really does, and it rules electricity. So that's Aquarius. That's why it's so technological. I mean, it's pure science. I mean, really, what is running that stuff is pure science. You have to know something of how to operate the truth in reality, like the elements and the periodic scale of elements, and what's happening with the protons and neutrons. I mean, stuff like this. Like, how did we do this? And so it's they're working anyway somehow, but there's synthesization that's happening that man can do, and then so the light bulb is like a lighter version of all light, right? You know, kind of a trip, you know. What is it really? Um, you know, as far as our interaction with it, vibrationally, our senses and stuff. But anyway, boy, with Pluto going into Aquarius, it's going to completely see Pluto is the destroyer of fake shit. It's the destroyer of non-truths. You know, it's dreaded because it's not going to leave anything standing but the truth. That's going to be pretty fucking difficult in Aquarius. I mean, Aquarius thinks it's a big old tra-la-la of neon lights and synthesized uh, pleasure zones or whatever. And it's true, though, that we can um, have breakthroughs that will actually enhance our entire bodies, which isn't hard to say or do because it's like, boy, do we need enhancing. If you can find some way to speed up the process of getting back on track here, because everybody is turned into sludge and slugs and generation jelly is what they call it. So we need healing, please, and there is going to be exposed to it. This is just what we've already known, you know, and that's what Pluto is going to do for us. Like, by the way, do you want to go to the truth? No, because a lot of that will um, not only destroy a lot of the unhealth that's there that says, no, I'm more real than the healthy shit. It's going to go into the depths of the healthy people. And you're going to say, and you think you know something too, and, you know, it's going to turn everybody inside out and backwards. But anyway, I'm ready for it. A lot of people are. As far as who? Oh, us who have been just Hi, Jesus, is that you again? Yes, people like Jesus over there who says, you know what? I'm pretty sure you're all fucking mad. This is simple. You're under the influence of some fucking thing. It's truth. We can get as simple as we can. We can explain it to a 5-year-old, and we have little stories, and it's like, man, you're not going to get it still. You're gonna kill the most recent scientist that stands up with a simple cure, especially if they're different. Um, and they appear like, well, you can't be doing that. It's like, well, yes, I can. And gosh, hi, women.